Morning is a secret. It is the one moment when the silence of the world whispers truths you can never hear in the noise. When everyone else is lost in their dreams, you are given the chance to turn your dreams into reality. This is the hour when your soul asks, will you be a spectator? Or will you own the game? Every great person laid the foundation of their destiny in these early hours. When Edison failed over and over in search of the light bulb, it was in the silence of night and the stillness of morning that he made the laboratory his companion. When Carnegie built the empire of steel, his days began with moments that others wasted in sleep, but he invested in vision. Morning is the mirror where your future is reflected. Lose it, and the rest of your day is wasted. Success is never an accident. Success is a symphony conducted by the morning. When the first ray of sunlight slips into your room, it is the universe's way of telling you, this day has been given to you. Earn it. But the question is, how will you use it? Will you turn over and cling to sleep? Or will you rise and give your soul the fuel that unlocks destiny's gates? The greatest defeat of a human being is not to fall. The greatest defeat is to ignore the call of the soul at the very moment of rising. Those who master their morning master their day, and those who master their day live life on their own terms. Mindset is the engine that carries you forward in the race of life. But where does this engine start? It starts in the morning. Your first thought, your first decision, your first action. They draw the line of your destiny. If your first thought is gratitude, your day becomes powerful. If your first decision is courage, the day bends in your favor. If your first action is movement, life itself bows to you. Some think success is luck, but luck follows the footprints of those who claim the morning as their kingdom. While the world is still intoxicated by sleep, you must be the one shaping your dreams into a map of reality. This quiet time is where you reprogram your mind. Yesterday's wounds do not own your morning. What you lost will not return. But today's dawn, this very moment, holds the power to free you from the chains of the past. Abraham Lincoln failed countless times, but every morning he rose with new determination and said, I am not a slave of my past. That mindset lifted him to the presidency, and beyond that, to immortality. Your thoughts are the seeds that grow into the harvest of your future. Sow fear in the morning, and the day will stand as a wall against you. Sow faith, conviction, and determination, and the day will open its gates wide. The greatest currency in the world is time, and morning is the most valuable coin of that currency. Waste it, and your life's economy collapses. Master it, and you become the wealthiest of all. Walt Disney once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. But where does that courage come from? It comes from these first sacred moments of the morning, when you remind yourself why you are alive. Morning is the hour when you put on your armor for battle. This armor is invisible, but it makes your mind, body, and soul a soldier. Challenges will stand like armies against you, but if you have conquered the morning, half the battle is already won. The victors of life are not those who never failed. The victors are those who turned every failure into fresh strength at dawn. When Edison endured 10,000 failed experiments, every morning was a new promise. He said, I did not fail. I simply found 10,000 ways that don't work. That mindset transformed a dark world into light. When you win the morning, your mind becomes clear. And without clarity, there can be no vision. A fogged mind can never see the road ahead. But an awakened mind holds the blueprint of the future in its hands. Dreams shine brightest when the mind is clear. But dreaming alone is not enough. Millions dream. Only a few transform those dreams into reality. Why? Because dreams require a vow made to yourself in the stillness of morning. Vision is not ink on paper. Vision is the fire engraved in your heart that pushes you forward when the world pulls you back. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That is the power of vision. If in the morning you convince your mind that you can, then no force in the world can stop you. But vision is only the beginning. To keep it alive requires discipline. Discipline is the steel chain that binds a dream to reality. Without it, dreams are castles of sand, collapsing at the first wave. Andrew Carnegie built an empire of steel. But that empire stood on the pillars of daily discipline. He lived by one principle: if I don't master time, time will master me. Discipline is not the death of joy. Discipline is the control of desire. It is the harness that keeps your life moving in the right direction. A river, when caged by a dam, becomes electricity. But when it runs wild, it only floods and destroys. Your energy is the same. Capture it, and you light the world. Waste it, and you drown in despair. But discipline must be married to action. Action repeated, daily, unbroken. Action is the seed that keeps the dream alive. The greatest mistake people make is thinking change happens by thought alone. Thought is the first step. Movement is the second. And it is movement that takes you to destiny. History remembers only those who acted. Walt Disney dreamed of animation. But if he had never acted, if he had given up after the first rejection, Mickey Mouse would never have existed. He was rejected again and again. But every morning he acted again. And today his dream is not just a cartoon, it is a world. Disney World. Gratitude must walk alongside action, because gratitude protects your mind from the poison of lack. If you rise thinking, "I have nothing," weakness will flow through your veins all day. But if you rise believing, "I already have everything I need," strength will ignite your heart. Gratitude is the lens that shows you opportunity where others see only obstacles. Adaptability is survival. The tree that bends with the wind survives the storm. The tree that resists snaps in two. Your mind is no different. If you freeze, if you cling to failure as your destiny, you will break. But if you treat every failure as a lesson, your roots grow deeper. Life will not always give you what you want. Sometimes circumstances will be against you. Sometimes the very people you trusted will try to break you. But in those moments, only one thing saves you: resilience, the power to rise again after every blow. Without resilience, success is impossible. Lincoln lost elections, failed in business, and carried deep personal wounds. But every morning he rose anew. And when he became president, he did not just save a nation. He proved that a man can be broken, but never defeated if he masters the morning. Life is a test. It will challenge your courage. It will measure your determination. It will throw obstacles at you just to see if you are who you say you are. But when in the morning you renew your intention, your vision, your discipline, and your gratitude, the universe clears a path. This is the great truth of life. You may fall countless times, but the sun always rises again. And if the sun can rise again, so can you. So the question is, how will you win your morning? Will you let it slip away, or will you claim it as your greatest weapon? Imagine the first ray of sun touching your face. The same ray that once fell on Newton as he discovered the law of gravity. The same light that shone on Edison's hands as he worked on his 1000th experiment? The same dawn that has touched every human who ever changed the world. The only difference is that some ignored it, while others fed their soul with it. If you want your name to be written with those who shaped history, live your morning with purpose. Every dawn is a reminder. You are not here by accident. You were sent with a mission. This universe is not empty. It is precise, and you are part of that equation. Purpose is not a word. Purpose is a fire. It burns in your chest until your dream is reality. It keeps you awake at night. It lights your path through the darkest hours. A weak purpose creates a weak morning, but a burning purpose can move mountains. Every day is a battlefield. Before you stand the army of fear. The swords of doubt will slash at you. The arrows of failure will wound you. But in your hand is a shield, faith. And faith is forged in the morning. When you rise and declare, "This day belongs to me," fear kneels before you. Faith is what turned slaves into leaders. It is what lifted a farmer to the presidency. It is what made a simple worker the greatest industrialist. Faith is no magic. Faith is a choice made every morning. Destiny is not a gift placed in your hand. Destiny is a sculpture shaped by your blows. Every morning you hold the hammer. Put it down, and your life remains a mound of clay. Strike it daily, relentlessly, and one day the world will stand in awe of what you have created. Life will test you again and again. It will cast you into darkness to see if your light can shine. It will throw obstacles to know if your bravery is real or imagined. But those same obstacles carve you into a diamond. Coal, crushed by pressure and tested by time, becomes a diamond. So too will your soul, if you are willing to endure. And where does it all begin? The morning. One moment, one decision, one rise. That is all it takes to change your world. So promise yourself today. Promise that morning will not be your master. It will be your weapon. Promise that you will rise like a soldier entering battle. Promise that your first thoughts will not be weakness, but greatness. Promise that every dawn will be your rebirth. Success is not an accident. It is an equation. Morning determination plus daily discipline plus nightly gratitude equals a life that becomes unforgettable. It is time to awaken your soul. It is time to give your life a mission. It is time to win your morning, so you can win your day. And when you win your day, one day you will win your life. Remember, those who conquer the morning conquer the world, and those who conquer the world live forever in history. So rise, awaken your soul, breathe life into your dream, win your morning, because when you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win the day, your life becomes a masterpiece.